am a cast member for Not So Happy Vagina Fact.
My monologue is about a woman whose husband makes her shave her vagina, and otherwise he's going to cheat on her with a bunch of different women.
My role here in Vagina Monologues, I actually play the 6-year-old girl.
Hey Katherine, the other day a girl on Sproul came up to me and asked me if I loved my vagina.
Ben, didn't you know? V-Day is putting on performances of the Vagina Monologues. Not only is it based on true stories, but the money also goes to a really important cause.
And on top of that, it's the topic for this week's CalConnect.
I think it's more of a broad piece in terms of he makes her change something about herself that she cares about, and she does it to try to save her marriage, and then her marriage fails anyway. So.
It's not really a part. It's more of, I'm reading a statistic out of mainly pertaining to genital mutilation in other countries.
And one line I really liked is she says like, what's special about your vagina? And my girl says pretty much deep inside it has a really, really smart brain.
Every fall, UC Berkeley V-Day assembles a cast and crew through auditions to form a community of women who empower each other and prepare to perform in the annual Vagina Monologues every February.
The Vagina Monologues, the overriding organization is called V-Day, and it's a global movement to stop violence against women. And here it's called V-Day at UC Berkeley, and we put on the Vagina Monologues, which was started by Eve Ensler. And she interviewed like 200 or more people, young women and an old woman, and compiled monologues based on that.
Well, I've done theater for a really long time, and originally I think it was a little bit about the performance. I think the show is really powerful, and it's a really strong experience for a woman to go through. But being in this community of amazing women and seeing all the differences and changes that the production and the entire process makes, not only in Berkeley but around the world, I think it's a lot more about the message now.
V-Day at UC Berkeley is a movement to raise money and awareness to stop violence against women. And every day on this campus, women are harassed. I believe 1 in 6 women on this campus have been sexually assaulted, and that's just the reported accounts. There's tons of times that things that go unreported. So violence against women is not just an over there problem; it's an everywhere problem. So that movement is what inspired me to do this, because it breaks the silence that hides that violence.
The goal is to bring awareness and stop violence against women. All of the proceeds of our program go to beneficiaries who work to stop violence against women. So GENEC, Gender Equity Research Center on campus, gets some of our money, and so does A Safe Place, which is a domestic violence shelter for women, and Women's Daytime Drop-In Center.
This year at UC Berkeley, V-Day raised over $24,000, sending money to various beneficiaries, all having to do with women in need.
I think that it brings up a variety of women's issues in an accessible way for a lot of people to understand. I think it's really difficult for people to pay attention or care or feel comfortable talking to someone who's standing on a soapbox talking about women's issues, women's rights, when you need to vote, what propositions to vote to on a ballot. And I think that this really brings a lot of different women's issues to light in a way that you never think about, like really small issues that you wouldn't think make such a big deal to women, like shaving your vagina.
The symbolism behind the red and black, I think, it's kind of the color theme that V-Day International uses, but we use it here just because it's such a powerful contrast that captures the empowerment and the seriousness of these issues, and that's how we overcome the violence.
Definitely be ready to laugh as well as to tear up. Some things get very, very emotional, and definitely tug at your heartstrings. Others will practically make you laugh out of your seat. So it's very diverse.
We hope you enjoyed learning about what went into the performances of this year's Vagina Monologues. Don't forget to buy your tickets for next year's performances.
And keep watching CalTV all week long. We see you on Wednesday on the CalConnect.